kneecaps, all that other good stuff. Um, but that was just my little rant there on that. But T, before we cut off, we got to talk about one of your favorite athletes, one of the goats of
Yep.
this generation in athletic world, Serena Williams,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
She's done.
So I
This is
mean, I
it.
gotta I gotta really kind of give kudos and kind of chime in on this because I've been watching Serena and Venus Williams since they had the braids on, back in the day when they were first competing at 16 and at 14 years old. Two sisters who were from Compton, California, and took over the tennis took over the tennis sport or took the tennis sport on by storm and really changed the game, brought more eyes to the game, brought more money to the game to the point that the women tennis players are making almost the same as what the men players are because they're that much of a draw. And Serena Williams, I think, goes unnoticed in American soil. There's been a lot of talk, and we talked about it a lot when we had your boy Alfred when we kind of talked about women's sports and some of the comparisons and the WNBA and all this kind of stuff, right? But I really think that as a whole, we're skipping over one of the greatest women's athletes to ever play in the world because she's
Mm-hmm.
competing on a world level. She's not just competing um, in America. And I really think that people need to take a hard look at that. I've watched Serena Williams with the straight Mamba mentality come back from sets down to win championship matches. She's willed herself through injuries to win tournaments. She's a completely one of the best competitors I've seen when you talk about just the willpower to get through stuff and to take huge losses and come back and then win again. Having a child, coming back and still being able to compete at a high level.
Yep.
She's, in my opinion, she's probably the greatest women's athlete of all time, and I think people need to really take note of that. There's a lot of talk about equality, there's a lot of talk about this and about that, but I rarely hear people talk the name of Serena Williams in the way I think it needs to be talked about. And I think that's unfortunate. I think we care too much about not being. We care too much about what people are saying, the equality and blah blah blah. We're not taking the time to really give kudos to the people that are actually driving the ship. Okay, not
Yeah.
not 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 the sofa folks. Not the keyboard warriors. What I'm saying, the social media ninjas, not them. I mean, like the people that are actually doing it. And Serena's not doing it just because she's a woman. She's doing it because she knows she's the best athlete out there and competes at the highest level of the game. And so, yeah, so kudos to her. And I hope people understand that if you didn't get a chance, you should have been watching her. She is she is the best player in her sport and was for a very very long time. There are very few other athletes that you'll see across a span of that period of time compete at the level that she's been able to do it. And so all I gotta say is, kudos to Serena for being a little, young black girl from Compton and accomplishing her goals and dreams and where she is today. And America, y'all full of crap. Y'all should have been supporting this girl a lot more than y'all did from the moment she came into the league. She came into tennis at 14, 16, her and her sister. There should have been much more emphasis on her signature shoes, all that, all these little